Hey, welcome back to DXB today. I hope you're enjoying the show thus far. Celebrating all things young achievers on the show today. Yep, we know that Dubai is a launch pad, a platform for so many visions, so many ideas as well. It's great to see so many youngsters also using this city as the passport to their dreams. So, on to our next guest, who is an inspiring young achiever who's already making a global impact at just 14 years of age. She's already a UN Sustainable Development Goals advocate, a TEDx speaker, and a youth ambassador. What were you doing when you were 14? Please welcome Zahra Ajetunmobi, who joins us live here on the show. Zahra, really appreciate your time. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Listen, many children the same age as you at 14 are just trying to find their voice at the moment. You know, many will be fearful of airing their opinions. You are a little bit different, as we've just seen there, and have spoken on the largest platforms. When did you realise that you A, had a voice, and B, wanted to use it?
Okay. Over time, I've come to realize that the world desperately needs change. And not just from the older generations, but also from the younger generations. Now, what type of change does the world need? It needs positive change. That's the first point. Secondly, I realized that my passion is public speaking. From a young age, I've liked to play pretend shows with my teddy bears. I know everyone's done that, so don't laugh at me. But from there on, I came to understand that if I could merge my passion with the world's need for positive change, it would really, really help me in contributing to global development.
So this seems very inspiring, but what made you want to help people in this world? Because we need more positivity, don't you think?
Yes. It all started when I had a social studies class in school about pink farms. Now, it was like 2021 to 2022, and the UAE recently introduced pink farms as a new method of farming here in the UAE because it's a desert climate and it's very hard to grow crops. Most of our food is imported. So they needed to find a way to make sure that we can grow food locally more efficiently. And this is when they introduced pink farms. Now, pink farms are like shelves that have soil and seeds in them, but the difference is there is UV lights, UV rays that is shed on the plants. And that helps them grow even though they're indoors. So we were learning about that in social studies, and at the end of the slide, my teacher put up the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals. And they are a collection of 17 goals that were established by the UN to tackle specific social issues, ranging from zero hunger to no poverty, clean water and sanitation, and so on and so forth. And from that day on, I realized my mission.
That's amazing.
Incredible. Speaking, as a youth ambassador, speaking at the United Nations, you have a book club even, you're a TEDx speaker, you're doing so many things. Is there a moment that you've looked back on or an opportunity where you were just like, oh, this is surreal, this is my most exciting accomplishment yet?
Definitely. In March, I was invited to the Commission of Status of Women, an event that was organized by the United Nations. Now, I was taking part in the Nigerian Women's Day event, and I had to moderate a panel on children's participation as catalysts for development. I was very excited for this event, but little did I know that a few days later, I would be inside the UN headquarters giving a speech in front of world leaders, including the president of Iceland. So it happened so fast, I wasn't even expecting it. And that's not the reason why it is my most favorite speech till date. It's because it gave me the opportunity to use my passion and use my voice to tell all young people around there, whether they're girls, boys, women, or men, that they can make a positive change in the world.
One of the many ways you are trying to make a positive impact on the world is through your videos. You make educational videos that are inspiring. My question to you is, how do you make your content engaging at the same time of good quality?
During my meeting with the Deputy Secretary General of the UN, one of one of the things that we discussed is how we could get young people to be more involved in sustainable development. And I told her that we need to meet young people where they are. Young people are now deeply connected to social media and the internet. If that's where they are, that's where the sustainable development agenda should be. So we have to create interest through social media that leads to involvement.
There is a suggestion, and correct me if I'm wrong on this one, because I've not got my finger on the pulse of this one, but there is a suggestion that our attention spans are getting shorter, and social media is driving that as well. I mean, you speak on very meaningful purposes. You speak on very meaningful purposes as well. Quite serious topics. How do you sort of get that balance between keeping it fun, keeping it engaging for a younger generation? Or again, is that a misconception from my behalf? Are younger generations, are younger viewers willing to listen longer?
Not really, I would say that's the truth. That's the truth. But the most important thing is to make sure that when we're speaking or when we're making videos about important topics like this, is to make sure that our voice has some enthusiasm. Because one of the best tips for anyone who wants to speak publicly is to make sure that you infuse your passion into your words, because that will automatically make the viewer understand that, oh, this might be interesting. Each word needs to carry that weight of enthusiasm that you have for whatever you're going to speak about.
Interesting.
Well, I just want to touch, you had said that, well, of course, we both have the same issue with social media. I mean, nowadays generation is really just brain rotted and no attention span. But how to get people to be hooked? How to get people to be interested of your topic and your message? And what do you do to really captivate the audience?
That's a good question. Now, what I speak about is sustainable development. Many people see it as something that you have to be a scientist or a professor to understand. But in reality, if people like you and I can understand it, then I'm sure that everyone can.
I mean, we're all human.
Exactly. And that is the main agenda of the Sustainable Development Goals, to bring everyone together, no matter their differences or abilities, to contribute to global development in some way, somehow. And that's why I needed to get that link, to make sure that people know it's something you can do no matter where you are. Even if you help your friend with homework, that's contributing to quality education, which is SDG number 4. Even if you try and use a little less water when you're in the bathroom, that's contributing to clean water and sanitation. So you can contribute to this SDGs no matter where you are.
I mean, we're all, especially this generation, trying to make a bigger change.
Yes.
And that's just so cool how you have a passion that you really want to pursue.
Now, one thing I want to say about both of you, really, that applies to both of you, is I feel like 14-year-olds are just trying to find themselves, and I know Tom touched upon this earlier, just trying to find themselves, trying to find their voice, figure out who they are, and it is a tough world to grow up in. And there's so much pressure on you right now. Do you feel that pressure, or are you just so passionate and excited to be doing what you're doing that you just carry on? I mean, here you are, you're on TV, right? Like, that's not an ordinary day of a 14-year-old. What does that feel like for you?
I would say that it's my passion, as you said. And if you are enthusiastic about something, when you're in the hook of it, you don't feel like you're under any pressure. And one thing that has really helped me is the fact that I'm not the one managing my social media. I don't even own a phone yet. So that has allowed me to be who I am. I'm still a child. I need to live my life, right? So not being in the midst of social media and managing all these things that I'm doing has really helped me not just live through my passion, but also be the child that I am.
All right, sounds like you've got great children and a great support network, and yeah.
Oh, to not have a phone as
And
well.
to not have a phone.
Oh.
God bless you and your parents, and well done on everything you've done. We're so excited to have you, and we're going to continue following you on Instagram. You'll be getting some DMs from me, some fan mail. But thank you so much for joining us on the show.
You.